Welcome to the Adventures in Alchemy podcast, where we share tips, techniques, and true stories to support you in using the law of attraction and alchemy to create magic and live the life of your dreams. Here's your host, the founder of DailyAlchemy.com, Michelle Martin Dobbins.
Hey guys, Michelle Martin Dobbins from DailyAlchemy.com, and today I want to talk to you about getting tired of being positive. And this podcast was inspired by a tweet that I received. And when I was sick, I kind of really let my social media accounts go. I didn't really check in that much. And so now I'm just really coming back and connecting with people that way and trying to set back that intention of just being of service and connecting with like-minded people there. So if you want to connect in any of those places, Twitter is one of my favorites because you can have some fun conversations going back and forth. But you can always go to dailyalchemy.com and you can find my Twitter and my Instagram and my Facebook. And you can also send me an email message too if you want. But anyway, I like to tweet out questions every now and then. And so I tweeted out a question of who do you want to be? And someone sent me an answer. And it really made me think it's something that a lot of people struggle with. And even myself, I've struggled with. And so their answer was positive energy to everyone and everything, but it's exhausting. And there are a few reasons that trying to be positive for everybody and everything can be exhausting. And one of the reasons is that you're trying to be positive, or you're just putting on a smiling, positive face, but you're not really feeling positive. And real positivity is not draining. It's energizing, but fake positivity is. And I'm not putting anybody down because sometimes that seems like our best option is just to put on a smiling face and try to be positive for other people. But you have to remember, when you're putting on a fake smiling face, that energy of positivity and that high vibration is not there. So there's a disconnect from what you're sending. And so it's not helping you. It's not helping the people that you're trying to be positive for. It's just not having that desired effect. And it does. It drains you to try to pretend to feel something that you're not feeling. So I wanted to give you a few tips for how to avoid that, and that doesn't mean that if you're not feeling positive, you can't say positive things and you can't focus on the positive, because that's how we get back there. But you need to do that inner work for yourself before you start trying to spread too much positivity to others. And that's not saying that we don't have down days. Come on, I had a whole down 3 or 4 months. But when you want to share, positivity with others, it's kind of like that thing, go within and heal yourself first, or go within and find that positivity in yourself before you start trying to be that for everyone. And first of all, that's a big responsibility too. That can be just draining if you're thinking, it's my job to stay positive for everybody else. I have to hold them together. No, you don't have to do that, love. You don't. You just have to be there for yourself. And that might sound selfish, but once you're there for yourself and you support and take care of yourself, it's so much easier to support and take care of other people. Vibrationally speaking, that is it's just really important. I mean, it's a trite kind of overused example, but when you're on the airplane, they tell you to put on your own oxygen mask first and then take care of someone else who might need help. It's just common sense, okay? So, you don't get on the airplane and pretend that you can breathe fine and then try to put someone else's oxygen mask on while you don't have your own on. You just, you can't pretend positivity. You actually have to get yourself in that vibration. And there are some really easy ways to do it. Everything, if you go to my website, there is lots and lots of tips of things. But, gratitude is a great one. Feeling your feelings I say this often, but it's a technique that I use on a daily basis, which is just sitting and feeling what's happening in my body, vibration wise. I'm a very feeling person, and I know not everybody is that way. Some might be more visual, auditory, or learn and perceive from different ways. But because I'm very empathic, it's really easy for me to just shut off the outside world and really focus on what my body is vibrating. And without even trying to change it, just feeling those feelings helps my vibration rise and helps me to get back into a positive state of mind without pushing myself there, but just allow my vibration to be what it is and just relaxing into it. And there is on my website a Revamp Your Vibe in 5 Minutes e-kit, and that kind of walks you through this step. It has an audio that walks you through the process. It has a little workbook that gives you all kinds of ideas of how to revamp that vibe. So if you want to be positive for other people, you have to be positive for yourself first. And as I said, it's not that fake positive. It's okay if you start out with the telling yourself a story that doesn't feel real about being positive, about being happy, about being joyful, saying those affirmations. But over time, if you keep tapping into that and focusing and really trying to feel it, that's the trick, if there is a trick, to getting what you want in life, to feeling actually happy and positive, is that you have to feel happy and positive. And you have to feel that no matter what outside conditions are there. It can't be dependent on that, because those change and those shift. And they're always going to change and shift. And, sometimes contrast is going to come up in the form of something that you didn't want to see. But that's a gift too. That is, it shows you, oh, this is not what I want. So let's focus back on what I do want. Or focus on how I can find easy solutions to this thing that just cropped up. And there's just one more thing that I really want to tap into, which is you can be in that positive frame of mind, and you could have done this work and you're like, yeah, I'm going to share it with everybody, which is amazing, right? It's a great thing to do, to walk around the world, beaming out, shining your light. And I find that some people, and even myself at times, can get drained by this. And here's the reason, and here's what you can do to avoid getting drained of your positivity by trying to share with other people. And this is especially true if you are an energy healer, if you do Reiki or anything like that. And that is, don't share your own energy. Be a channel of energy, not a giver of energy. The universe has an endless supply of energy that you can tap into, but your body does not hold an endless supply inside of it. So if you are personally trying to share your positivity or your energy or do healing work using just your own energy, then you tend to get drained and you tend to get tired, and it can really just wear you out. Whereas if you set the intention that you're being a channel, that you don't matter in this energy healing or this sending of positivity, you are just the channel, and you envision, and I like to do this anytime I'm sending out positive thoughts to anybody or healing energy. You envision that energy coming in through your crown chakra on the top of your head. And if you don't know much about chakras, you can look up on the internet, but you want to envision it coming into that crown chakra. And usually I will envision it either if I'm really doing touch or if I'm sending with my hands, I'll envision it coming out of the center of my palm, because there are chakras there of energy. Or if I'm not doing it in a way where I'm using my hands to feel like I'm directing energy, I may envision it coming out of my third eye and going towards that person. So even if you're looking at that person, look at them with your third eye too. Or if you're thinking of them in your mind, envision it, sending it that way. But it's coming in through the top of your crown chakra, out through the palm of your hands or your third eye. And it's not your energy. you're just channeling love. You're just channeling positivity. You're channeling Reiki or healing energy, whatever you're going to do to bring positivity to people around you. And even if you've never been trained as a healer, this is a really fun, I'm trying to search for the word, and fun is what comes up to me, but this is a really neat way to be positive for your family. Say if you just want to be positive for your family, sit for a few minutes every day and picture each one of them and picture positive energy coming in your crown chakra and whatever you call that positive energy. If you've been trained in Reiki or some kind of healing art, it could be that. It could just be love. It just could be positivity. However you envision it coming in your crown chakra, going out your third eye and enveloping them. They don't ever have to know that you're doing it. But when you do that and you are picturing them surrounded by this beautiful, loving energy, then you start to expect results from that and you start to see results from that. Even if they never know about it, it is a great way to be positive. Be positive for people in your life. And, if you want to really raise your energy, you can do this even like I find it really fun to do in Walmart because people have this Walmart is a low energy place. And yeah, I can totally see I've been in that story before, but I have shifted my story. I don't actually shop there very much. But when I do, I just, I see the happiest people. I have the best checkout people. We always have these nice little exchanges and it's just fun because I go in there with that intention of raising the vibration in the whole place. Am I raising it with my own energy? No, because I would get drained really fast. I go in there as a channel of positive energy. And that, to me, being a channel of positive energy is just so much easier a way to share positivity with the world than trying to actually share your own. Because A, you're not depleting yourself, and B, here's the really, really cool part. When you do this and you intend that energy coming in through your crown chakra and going out, passing through you, guess what that energy does when it passes through you? Yeah, it heals you too. It raises your vibration too. I've known people who've done Reiki, and in general, from my teachings, it's always been that you're a channel, but some people forget that. And I've known people who I did 3 Reiki sessions and I was so tired. I was so drained. When I do Reiki, the opposite happens for me. I am just so energized, so filled up, so blissed out because I don't try to send my own energy. I'm not Reiki energy. I believe we all have, this life force and this chi within us, but I just don't think that we are made to send it out from ourselves, that it comes in from universal source or God or angels, whatever word works for you, but it comes in to us and we can intend to receive it and channel it out to others. And usually, when I'm sending Reiki, I'm doing a few different things because I'm feeling and sensing energy, and you don't have to be a Reiki person, but if you're going to send positivity or love energy or whatever you want to call it, you don't have to be trained to do Reiki to do this. But one of the things that I'm always kind of coming back to in my mind is not me that sends out this energy. I am a channel. I'm an open channel for this energy, for this love energy. Nothing but good and love, for the loving energy, for the highest good, will channel through me and out to this person who I'm sending to. And, any bits of me that aren't perfect and aren't good, that's okay because they're going to pull out of the way. I'm being a channel for the pure energy to come through and out to another person. And so in sending positivity and love to another person, in this way, this is a real way to send it, not just saying, hey, everything, it's going to be okay, it's going to be a good day, when down inside you're like, I just want to crawl back in bed, but I got to be upbeat for my kids or for my husband or for whatever, but you're not really feeling it. So this is taking that time to really feel it, to open up to energy and actually send to them. And it's going to be much more powerful. And then you're going to find, if you do exercises like this, being positive and speaking positively is going to be like a natural thing because you're in a more positive state. So if you find that trying to be positive for other people is draining, stop for a minute and think, am I really feeling positive and happy? And it's totally okay if you aren't. All our emotions is to here to guide us and let us know where we're at. So stop, come back, find a technique online or just sit and meditate and get yourself feeling more positive. And then channel that energy to other people, but not your own. Just as a reminder, just remember that coming in through the crown chakra, out through your third eye or the palms of your hands. I'm sure there are other ways to do it. This is just how I do it. And it doesn't drain me. It fills me up at the same time that I'm trying to fill others' cup. It actually comes in through me, right? And fills me up and heals me first. And then it goes on out and heals others. So that's kind of my take on how to share positivity, to share love and caring with the world without draining yourself. Remember, it can come through you and not necessarily from you. And that you can't give what you don't have. You can pretend to give what you don't have, but if you're not in a really good place, then there's some time spent working on your own personal inner growth before you really try to change somebody. And that doesn't mean you have to be perfect. Like I said, you don't have to have perfect, wonderful energy to have people touched by you channeling love or sending love. None of us, I'll speak for myself. I'm not perfect, but I've had some amazing outcomes from sending healing energy and Reiki to people that I did not do. I facilitated, I channeled it. And, that was coming from source energy and coming from that person being able to receive it. But, it was a gift to me to get to channel it, and it healed me in the process. And I may tell you some of those stories coming up soon in a podcast. But, if you don't need to take credit for the energy that you channel. You just channel it, with an open heart and let it be. So you don't have to be perfect. Be positive to do it. I'm just talking about putting on that fake smile when your energy is low. It's not going to work. So 2 things: raise your own vibration, focus on that, and then focus on channeling energy instead of trying to send your own energy. So I would love to hear how that works for you. Hear any tips that you have for helping people around you, your family, your friends. And go out, give that a try, and have a magical day. Namaste and big hugs. Would you like some help creating more magic in your life? I've got a ton of freebies and goodies for you. They're all tucked away inside my magical freebie vault. You can get free access, though. You just have to go to www.dailyalchemy.com/magical-freebie-vault. Again, that's dailyalchemy.com/magical-freebie-vault. And when you get there, you can just plug in your name and email, and you will get instant access to all kinds of goodies. There are daily and weekly manifesting planners, the How to Shift Your Vibe in 5 Minutes e-kit that has audios and a workbook. There are moon manifesting planners and daily love lists and money trackers and all kinds of goodies right there. I didn't want to make you have to go to a bunch of different pages and sites and wait for certain freebies to come out. So I just took all of my freebies and put them in one place where you could just sign up one time and download any of them that you want at any time that you needed. So you can just head on over to dailyalchemy.com/magical-freebie-vault and download them today. Have a magical day.
Thanks for listening to the Adventures in Alchemy podcast. Connect with me on thedailyalchemy.com or Facebook at facebook.com/Michelle Dobbins, author. Join us next time for even more magical life tips.